So today's lesson is hopefully review for you as well. We're going to take a look at multiplying radicals as well as adding and subtracting radicals. Multiplying radicals is easier, so I decided to start with that topic. All you have to do is multiply. Multiply the numbers on the outside, multiply the numbers on the inside, as long as the radicals are the same root. So in example A, we have only square roots, so we can go ahead and multiply these together. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Under the radicals, we have the square root of 3 times the square root of 6 is the square root of 18. And y times y is y squared. So then we go ahead and simplify our radical. Square root of 18 has a perfect square factor of 9, the square root of which is 3, so I'm going to multiply that by the 8. Square root of y squared is y. And we had a 2 left over under the radical. If you didn't quite follow what I said, go ahead and do the factor tree for 18, and you should be able to come up with the same answer that I got. So for B, we're getting a little bit more complicated. We're going to go ahead and distribute this time. Same process. So we're going to do negative 5 times 2, which gives us negative 10. Square root of 6 times square root of 2 is square root of 12. Distributing it again, negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Square root of 6 times square root of 3 is square root of 18. Simplifying under the radical, 12 has a perfect square factor of 4. The square root of 4 is 2, multiplying that by the negative 10. And we had a 3 left over. Perfect square factor of 18 is 9, square root of which is 3. Multiplying that by the 20, I get 60. And there was a 2 left over. Now I could combine these if the number under the radical was exactly the same. Since I have a square root of 3 and square root of 2, they are not like terms, similar to if you had negative 20x minus 60y. They're not like terms, so you can't combine them. Part C, same thing. I'm going to distribute. I just have more to distribute this time. So 2 square root of 3 times 3 square root of 3 is 6 times 3 because the square roots cancel. So I have 18 for my first term. Multiplying over here, I get plus 2 times the square root of 6. Multiplying here, I have minus 3 times the square root of 6. And distributing my negative square root of 2 to my positive square root of 2, I get negative 2 because, again, the square roots cancel. Combining my like terms, 6 times 3 is 18, minus 2 is 16. And my two terms in the middle are like terms because the number of the radical is the same. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So I have 16 minus the square root of 6. Last example on this page, I wanted to remind you what it means to square something. Multiply it by itself. So we have 2 times the square root of 8 minus 3 times the square root of 2 multiplied by itself. And then we're going to distribute the same way we did in part C. Remember, you can only distribute a power through parentheses if it's just multiplying and dividing. If there's any adding or subtracting, you cannot distribute it because you will miss a term. 2 square root of 8 times itself gives us 4 times 8. 2 square root of 8 times negative 3 square root of 2 gives us negative 6 square root of 16. Distributing our negative 3 square root of 2, we get negative 6 square root of 16. Distributing it one more time, we get a positive 9 times 2. Simplifying our terms, 4 times 8 gives us 32. 6 times 4 is 24, minus 6 times 4 again, plus 9 times 2 is 18. So we've got 32 minus 48 plus 18, and that gives us 2.